Closing the eyes, sitting tall and straight, becoming quiet, beginning through the breath to observe the posture of the body, the sensations of the sittingness of the body. Looking for tallness and length in the front spine, and allow the trapezius muscles and the back muscles to flow down the back. Observe the evenness between the left neck and the right neck, and draw the ears in towards each other through the skull. The eyes receding backwards and the eyelids melting towards the cheeks. Then gently bending the elbows, bring the palms together in front of the chest, in front of the sternum. Press the palms firmly from the base of the palms through the middle, all the way up to the fingertips. And watch that your chest hasn't dropped as you bring the palms together. Keep moving the front shoulders back, lifting the inner walls of the sternum, and moving the trapezius muscles down the back. Relax the jaw, relax the tongue. Relax all the skin fibers of the face. And keeping the chest lifted, gently drop the chin down towards the chest. Settling more deeply into the core, the center, the self. Receding away from the outer world, from the outer expressions, into your practice. And then gently release the hands, open the eyes, and we're ready to start. So remove anything that you were sitting on for your meditation, and our first pose will be Yoga Mudrasan in Virasana. So the big toes are touching and the knees come apart to make space for the trunk. Stretching the arms forward, walking the fingertips forward, making sure the eyes of the elbows are rolling towards the sky, and then allowing the forehead to come to the floor. Even though you're starting your practice, try to bring a sense of alertness, of noticing everything. Keep the arms stretched and sharp, the fingers alive, pressing into the floor. Keep the roots of the thighs, the groins deep, the buttocks moving back, broadening apart, so that length and broadness are coming to the back spine, the front spine, the arms, the waist. Depth is coming to the hips, to the knees, to the ankles. And keep allowing the sides of the neck to be even and the brain to be quiet. Observe where you feel yourself most today. Where are you stuck? Where are you overstretching? And how can you, through the breath, create a sense of evenness, of even flow, of even sensation? And then inhaling, looking up, coming to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward dog. So placing the hands, placing the feet. Keep the knees bent for the first part of your downward dog. With the knees bent, you'll be able to really lift the buttocks high. In other words, your spine will be able to completely stretch, and then go ahead and stretch the knees straight. Press firmly into the heels of the hands. Squeeze the elbows straight again and keep rolling the eyes of the elbows forward to keep the shoulders broad. Trapezius muscles moving away from the ears, down the back. Keep the thighs firm, the knees firm, the shin bones firm, the inner feet lifted, the inner ankles lifted. And now stepping forward, find Uttanasana with feet spread the width of the mat. Bending the arms, taking hold of your elbow tips. Tuck the head in so the back of the neck is long. And begin to pull your elbow tips towards the ground to lengthen the trunk, to lengthen the waist. Be careful that the legs don't lose their power. Keep drawing the kneecaps up, the quadricep muscles up, so you're building sensation from the feet to the hips. They have to travel all the way up through the entire leg. If the knee stays bent, it gets blocked there. So keep pushing through the feet to ascend up the legs, pushing through the feet to ascend up the legs to reach the hips. And now placing the fingertips back on the floor, bring the feet together for an Uttanasana with the feet together. Inner toes touching, inner heels touching. And from there, step the left leg back and find Parshvottanasana. So the first part of the pose, stabilize your legs. Make sure your hips are facing forward. Turn the front left pelvis to the right so that more and more you're facing the short edge of the mat. Keep the knees firm, the thighs firm, and begin to walk the fingertips forward to add length in the trunk to the pose. So keeping the legs firm and stable, try to push the leg energy back. Find the front thigh of your back leg and push the front thigh back. Keep moving the trapezius muscles down the back. And then inhaling, looking up, stepping the left leg forward. Finding Uttanasana, shoulders rolled back. And now stepping the right leg back, Parshvottanasana on the left-hand side. So once again, check that the legs are fully connected into the feet. Turn the right pelvis to the left so the hips really face the short edge of the mat. And then begin to walk the fingertips forward, exploring the sensations of length that run through the arms, the armpits, and finally the waist, the sides of the trunk. Don't let the length of the arms and the length of the waist take you away from the strength of the legs. Keep the roots of the thighs firm and press the back ribs in to open the chest. And now stepping forward again, finding Uttanasana. Keep the fingertips right underneath the shoulders so the arms are in line with the shoulders. Refirm the knees, the quadricep muscles up, and now begin to lift your right leg behind you slowly, keeping the leg rolling in, the kneecap facing down, and the little toe moving towards the big toe. Keep the left leg, the standing leg, very firm. Draw the quadricep muscles up, the roots of the thighs in, and press into your fingertips to try to stretch the front waists and the front spine. So bringing space to the abdomen, to the lungs. And now exhale and release that right leg down. Refind Uttanasana, roll the shoulders back, make the roots of the thighs firm. And now begin to slowly lift the left leg with great awareness, checking that the left pelvis is staying in line by rolling the left thigh in, kneecap facing the ground, and little toe moving towards the big toe. Keep the root of the right thigh firm and press into your fingertips to stretch the front left waist, the front right waist, the front spine, trapezius muscles down, neck long. And then exhale and release the left leg down and find full Uttanasana, holding with your hands the backs of the heels, pressing yourself forward to the thighs, bringing the abdomen closer and closer to the front thighs. Keep lifting the inner ankles, the inner arches of the feet, and lift the inner knees to the inner groins, creating more length from the inner knee to the inner groin as you press yourself forward. Relax the head completely. Relax the face, the tongue, the jaw. And then inhale, looking up, fingertips back to the floor. Bend the knees now. Deep bend, as if there was a chair behind you. Try to perpendicularize your shins to the floor. And now inhale the arms up in front of you. Press the palms together and turn and twist to the right. Parivrita Utkatasana. Try to keep the knees in line with each other, the inner knees pressing in towards each other. Keep the pressure on the heels firm, light on the toes. Press the back ribs in as you turn, as you twist. Roll the front shoulders back. And then exhale and release back to Uttanasana. Let the head hang down. Keep the legs firm, but relax the breath, relax the face. And now preparing for Parivrita Utkatasana on the other side, so bending the knees deeply as if there was an imaginary chair. Lift the arms up in front of you. Press the palms together and turn and twist now to your left. Try to parallelize the knees, pressing the inner knees together. Press the palms firmly to help you turn and twist. Press the back ribs in, front shoulders rolling back, and chest more and more open to the sky. Turning, twisting, before exhaling and releasing. Widening the feet apart and finding Pada Hastasana. In Pada Hastasana, just as in Uttanasana, keep the kneecaps coming up the legs, the inner knees to the inner groins, the quadricep muscles lifting up, wrapping up. Simultaneously notice the pressure of the feet. The hands should feel just the pressure of the feet on the ring finger and the little finger because the arch of the foot is lifted up. See if you can make that experience, that sensation. Keep the shoulders broad. If the elbows bend, let them bend to the side so the muscles stay broad along the sides of the spine. And then inhale, looking up, fingertips back to the floor. Keep drawing the kneecaps up. Shoulders back. Find once more a length along the front spine. And now again bring the feet together. Coming for another round. Preparing. Shoulders back. Begin to lift the right leg up smoothly, slowly behind you, turning the leg in, the kneecap facing down. Make sure that the little toe is moving towards the big toe, over and over again. And now see if you can lift the leg higher. When you lift the leg, push the front thigh up to the sky. Push the front thigh up to the sky. And see the abdominal lift that comes, how the abdomen will move up with the leg. It will naturally come to the spine. And then exhaling and releasing. Restabilize, reneutralize, recentralize. And beginning the same work on the left leg. So lifting up, rolling the thigh in. The little toe is moving towards the big toe. Check that the toes are facing down, the kneecap is facing down. And now beginning to lift the leg higher by pushing the front thigh up to the sky. Keep pushing the front thigh up to the sky, higher and higher, higher and higher. Lifting up higher and higher and higher. Keep the knees straight. And then exhale and release. Back to Uttanasana. This time with the fingertips on the floor, pressing the back ribs in, chest open to the front thighs. Broaden the shoulders away from the ears again. And now inhaling, looking up and coming to Parivrita Uttanasana, twisting Uttanasana, to the right first. Use the left hand to pull the back of the right heel to help you to turn and twist the right fingertips on the floor, but keep the kneecaps facing forward. And now coming and twisting to the left, Parivrita Uttanasana. Pulling yourself across, but keeping that firmness in the knees, that firmness in the thighs. Keep pressing the back ribs in, the head down. And then release, coming back to the center with the hands, and releasing from the pose. We're going to come to some twists now, Maricasana 3, using a block and the wall. So have your block about so far away from the wall, like this, and come and sit on your block. So I'm doing the mirror image of you. So you're going to keep your right knee bent and extend your left leg to the side. Then go ahead and lift the arms up to the sky and turn and twist to the right, away from your extended leg, until your right fingertips come to the wall behind you, and the left tricep is pressing against the outside edge of the right thigh. So you're twisting to the right. Keep the left leg very firm, the heel engaged, the foot alert, and use the inhalation to lift and lengthen up the spine, and the exhalation to turn and twist. And then slowly, gently release, and changing sides. So now your left knee will be bent and your right leg will be extended. Inhale the arms up to the sky, stretching the trunk, and then exhale and turn and twist, placing the left fingertips on the wall behind you, and the right tricep on the outside edge of your left thigh, rubbing to help you turn to twist. Using the inhale, lengthen more and more your front spine, and use the exhale to spiral around the axis of the spine, and to move the front shoulders back. Keep the left heel pressed down firmly into the floor as you turn, as you twist. And then exhale and release. Same pose now, right knee bent, but this time the left leg straight in front of you. Inhaling the arms up, twisting to the right, away from the extended leg. Right fingertips on the wall behind you. See if you can bring your armpit closer and closer to the outside edge of that right bent leg. Then see if you can walk your right hand further and further back to the right to help you twist. Keep the left extended leg firm. Use the inhalation to lengthen and the exhalation to turn. Back ribs pressing in. And then exhale and releasing, changing sides. Left knee bent, right leg extended straight in front of you. This time turning and twisting now to your left. Left fingertips on the wall behind you. Try to get right in with the armpit as close as you can to the knee, to the outside edge of that bent leg. Then walk that left hand back more and more to the left to help you turn. Inhaling up the front of the spine and exhaling, spiraling around the axis of the spine. Press the back ribs in, turn, twist, turn, twist. Keep the right heel alert, the right leg straight. And then exhale and release. So we're going to be coming to some handstands now. So move the block and take your strap. Making with your strap a loop that's a little bit smaller than your shoulders. Go ahead and thread your arms through the strap so the strap comes just above the elbows, and the arms can straighten and feel the support of the strap right there on the outer arm. Coming close to your wall, place your hands on the floor, shoulder width apart, so the arms are straight and the strap is holding the arms in. Straightening the legs, begin to walk the feet in towards the hands, putting more and more pressure, weight on the hands. Lift the buttocks to the sky. And now lift your right leg up nice and high. Begin to hop, keeping the right leg lifted. The challenge is to keep the right leg lifted and use the left leg to do the hopping. And then finally, when you feel that you have that, lift up to your handstand. Once you're up, Inner toes touching, inner heels touching. Try to climb the heels higher and higher up the wall so that you get length in the body. More and more ascendance. As you press down, there must be a feeling of rising upwardness. Wrap the muscles around the leg bones. Keep the shins firm, the feet alert. Keep lengthening the trunk, lengthening the arms, lengthening the armpit. And then slowly, with control, begin to exhale and come down. And now coming to a quick Uttanasana just to release, so the feet are wide, bend the elbows, take hold of the elbow tips, the arms with the hands. And let the head completely relax downwards, the shoulders broad. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Keep the roots of the thighs firm, even as you relax. And then exhale and release. Again, putting the strap on our arms, we're going to do handstand, hopping with the other leg now. So preparing, coming into your wall. The closer you get to your wall, the better, because the wall is going to help you to stay in a very straight line without any arches. Spread the fingers apart, straighten the arms, straighten the legs, begin to walk the feet in until you feel weight coming onto the hands. And now lift the left leg, keeping the leg rolled in. Feel the height, feel the length. Now begin to hop with the right leg. Just hopping a few times, trying to keep the left leg lifted, so the right leg is doing the work of hopping. And when you feel you have that, go ahead and lift up to your handstand. Now roll the thighs in, inner knees touching, inner feet touching, and try to climb the heels higher and higher up the wall. Spread the fingers, press down firmly and evenly into both heels of the hands. Keep the arms straight, roll the eyes of the elbows forward to the wall in front of you, shoulders broad. Keep pumping into the hands to lift up higher and higher, keeping the legs firm, the feet alert. And then slowly, gently, with control, exhale down. Take the strap off the arms and find again Uttanasana. Feet wide, change the cross of your arms this time. Drop the head right down so the ears are inside the upper arms. Relift your inner ankles, your inner knees lengthening up to the inner groins. The roots of the thighs firm, lift the buttocks, and use the weight of the elbows to pull, to stretch the trunk, before gently releasing and coming down onto your mat, onto your knees. We're going to be coming to some shoulder openers now, in Virasana. So the feet are touching, but the knees are apart. Go ahead and come down, place the forehead on the floor, stabilize, centralize, then bring the hands behind the back, interlock your fingers together, and lift the arms up to the sky. Move the front shoulder bones back, the trapezius muscles down the back, and re-stretch your arms, and turn the palms up to the sky, stretching the inner wrists, pushing up through the heels of the hands. Use the exhalation to deepen the groins, the thighs. As you stretch the arms higher, keep rolling the front shoulders back. And then exhale and release the arms down to the floor. Even out the sides of the neck. Observe where any tension has come, release it. And now changing sides. Change the interlock behind the back, lift the arms back up. Find your front shoulders and lift your front shoulders upwards towards the sky. Re-stretching your arms. And now turning the palms up to the sky and stretching up through the inner wrists, through the heels of the hands. Keep rolling the front shoulders back, moving the trapezius muscles down the back. Before exhaling, releasing and letting the arms, the shoulders, everything rest into the ground. And now slowly rolling up. And go ahead and stretch your legs straight out in front of you for our next pose, which is a half Urdhva Prasarita. So working on the curvature of the upper spine and the opening of the chest. Have the legs straight in front of you like a Paschimottanasana. The roots of the thighs pressing down so the front waist can find length. Roll the shoulders back. And begin to come down onto your forearms, holding with your hands the edges of the mat, so you can be sure that you're even on both sides. And then arch the upper back and go ahead and place the crown of the head on the floor. Keep the legs firm, the heels pressing down. The roots of the thighs pressing down and the kneecaps facing the sky. Roll the front shoulder bones back. And now bring the hands to back bend hands. Press the hands firmly like you did in your handstands. Try to equalize the elbows. Draw the inner elbows in towards each other, and as you do so, broaden the shoulders away from the ears and move the trapezius muscles again down the back. Now press the dorsal spine in, press the shoulder blades in, lift the chest up to the sky. And then exhale and slowly, gently release. Find with your hands the sides of the mat, centralize, stabilize. And then coming to sit up all the way. And let's do the same pose now again with a block. So we get a block supporting the shoulder blades, helping to push them up to open the chest. So place your block on the mat in such a way that it's going to support both shoulder blades. Then go ahead and lie down, moving the block so that it's landing right underneath the shoulder blades. You may need to adjust a few times. And then arch back and find with the crown of the head the floor. Then stretch the arms straight behind you, find length in the trunk, then bend the elbows, take hold of your elbow tips with your hands, and begin to pull the tips of the elbows down to the floor behind you as you press the shoulder blades up through the sternum to the sky. Keep the thighs rolling in, the heels pressing down, and the sacrum moving towards the heels. Now re-stretch your arms. Find again evenness and length in both sides of the trunks before bending the elbows, changing the cross of the arms, and again beginning to pull the elbow tips to the ground as the block presses the shoulder blades up, and you feel that penetration, that opening of the chest and the sternum fountaining open to the sky. The roots of the thighs are pressing down, the heels are firm. Before lifting the arms back up, taking with your hands the edges of the mat, and slowly making your way back up to sitting. We're going to continue this lovely work using the block to press the shoulder blades in, but coming to Padmasana. So if you can't do Padmasana, you can of course just cross the ankles or just do one leg in Padmasana, the right leg first. And if you can make full Padmasana, go ahead and bring your left leg up and wind yourself into full Padmasana. Now using the block at a slightly different height, taking it higher for a more intense opening, lift it up and lie back, and again check that the block is supporting the shoulder blades, that it's not too high and not too low. It needs to be just in the right place so that you get that right benefit without strain, without pain. And then go ahead and arch the head back. Stretch the arms back again to find that length in the trunk, that length in the front waist. Pressing the roots of the thighs away from the pubic bone down to the ground as you stretch the arms back. Bend the elbows. And now lift your head and place the back of the skull right on the forearms. And in this way you can use the weight of the skull to help press the forearms, the elbow tips down, as the block presses the shoulder blades up. Go with the direction of the block. Learn to directionalize the flow of the body of the bones to enhance and maximize correct opening. And then re-stretch the arms back. Find again the length. Stretch the armpits, squeeze the elbows straight, stretch through the fingertips, and change the cross of the arms. Lift the head back up, place the head back on the forearms, and allow the head to become heavy and quiet as it presses the forearms and the elbow tips down, while the block and you directionalize and push the shoulder blades up to the sky. The sternum is stretching. The intercostal muscles are broadening. And then stretching the arms right back again. Then taking with your hands the sides of the mats, resting on the forearms, and slowly, gently making your way back up. Coming now to Balavajasana on the right hand side, so turning and twisting to the right. The left palm is pressing against the outside edge of your right thigh. Keep walking the right hand back behind you, rolling the front shoulder bones back. And exhaling, releasing and turning to the left, Balavajasana. Right hand is pressing against the thigh, left hand is on the floor, walking back, lifting the chest, relax the face. And exhale, release. And now you can uncross the legs and come to Paschimottanasana, pull the buttock bones back and out to the side. Fingertips on the floor behind you, Dandasana. Front shoulders are rolled back, chest is open. And feel the legs of Paschimottanasana. Roll the thighs in towards each other. Firm the roots of your thighs, squeeze the knees straight. Integrate the four corners of the knees. Press the heels down and lengthen the backs of the legs. And now releasing. Taking our block, we'll be coming to some Virasana work, stretching of the front thigh. So you're going to first of all come and sit on the block so that both of your buttock bones have a seat. And then you're going to take your left leg, roll the calf out to the side, bending the knee, bring the foot so that it's lined up with the outside edge of your left hip. Press the outside edge of the foot down towards the floor. You'll feel the front of the foot stretching. Keeping the right knee bent, lift your buttocks up and move your buttocks towards the knees. And begin to come down now towards the floor on your forearms first, and then relift the buttocks, move them towards the heels. So this is keeping the tailbone long, the sacrum area long, the lumbar long. And then arch back with the head And just feel the length that you can get to the front waist, the broadness to the sternum. Press the back ribs in, press the shoulder blades in. Observe the stretch in the thigh. See if the thigh will allow you to come down, shoulders to the floor. Keep the knee pressing down, the buttocks moving towards the knees, the pubic bone coming to the sternum, and then lifting the arms, cross the thumbs and stretch the arms back behind the head. And through the stretching of the fingers, the arms, feel the armpit skin stretching, the waist stretching, the trunk stretching. But keep moving the buttocks towards the knees. Pressing the knee down, feeling that left front thigh stretching both down and up. The sides of the neck are even and the face is passive and quiet. Then releasing the hands, taking hold of the mat with your hands and slowly, gently coming up to the forearms, section by section, bit by bit. Making your way back up to sitting and releasing the left leg from Virasana and stretching it straight. And now coming to Virasana with the right leg. So bending the right knee, making sure to move the calf to clear space behind the knee, and pressing into the outside edge of your right foot. Bend your left knee and place the sole of the foot on the floor. Now begin to arch back, to roll the shoulders back, and to bring length to the front trunk as you lift the buttocks and move them towards the knees. In that first preparation, coming to the forearms, relift the buttocks, again move them towards the knees. Let the head hang back, bring curvature to the upper back, press the shoulder blades in, lift the chest up. See what the body gives. Will it allow you to come down? If so, go ahead and come down onto the shoulders. Again, press the knee down, press the buttocks up and towards the knees. Then bring the arms up, cross the thumbs, and keeping the arms stretched, straighten them to the floor behind you. As the arms stretch, feel the skin of the armpit stretching, the skin of the side waists stretching. Press the shoulder blades in, bring broadness to the chest, replicating the motion of the block from the last poses. Keep moving the buttocks towards the knees and up to the sky, and the pubic bone, lift it towards the sternum, towards the collarbone, to keep the front spine long. Then lift the arms back up to the sky. Take hold of the mat with your hands and slowly make your way up, bit by bit, until you can comfortably exhale and release and straighten that right leg, squeezing the knee straight, integrating the knee before releasing. So having opened all of this, we're now going to come and lie down on the floor. You'll move your block, but you will need a strap. Taking your strap, go ahead and lie down so you're in the center of your mat on the floor, and make sure that your strap has just a little loop in it. So the last loop we made was for handstands. You just need to shorten it a little bit and have it by the side of the body, ready and waiting. Lying in Supta Tadasana first, moving the buttocks towards the heels, the shoulders rolled back, the arms out to the side. Have the thighs rolling in, the kneecaps facing the sky, the heels pressing down, and push through the balls of your feet. Now keep the left leg exactly like that, bend the right knee towards you and put the loop of the strap around the right foot. And then slide your hands down the strap so the arms are straight behind you on the floor. Keep the extended left leg on the floor, strong and alert. Keep the left thigh rolling in, the heel pressing down. Try to broaden now the back of your right knee, the back of the right thigh. And with the stretching of the arms, keep that freedom that you've gained in the chest and that length in the waist, even as you're lying on the floor. Press the shoulder blades in as if there was a block underneath them, and lift the sternum to the sky. Feel more length coming to the legs, more aliveness. Keep the shin bones firm, the ankles sharp. And now reach with your hands higher and higher up the strap for the foot. See if your hands can hold the foot, one on each side, drawing the leg closer. Try to broaden again the backs of the knees, to broaden again the backs of the thighs as you draw the leg closer. Now lift the trunk up and bring the forehead to the shin. Press the back ribs in. Keep lengthening the legs. And then exhale and release. Still with the right leg, coming to lateral Supta Padangusthasana, holding the strap with the right hand. The rest of the strap can go underneath your upper back, and your left hand can pull it to help bring the leg higher up. Slowly begin to draw the right leg towards you and to the right, towards you and to the right, trying to keep the foot as much as possible in line with the right shoulder. Keep that left extended leg firm. Press the left heel into the floor. Now find the outside edge of your right femur bone and squeeze the flesh, the bone, into the leg, and feel how the right groin opens more deeply. Broaden the pubic bone and roll your right abdomen to your left, your right lung to your left. Stretch the left arm, and then lift the right leg back up, changing the hands. So the left hand now holds the strap, coming to Parivrita Supta Parangusthasana, pulling that right leg towards you and across to the left, and rolling the skin of the outer right hip down towards the left foot. This in turn keeps the lower back broad, the hip broadening, and the right waist and right abdomen also spacious. Stretch the right arm to the side to help you to turn away from the right leg. Roll the left abdomen to the right this time, the left lung to the right. Keep pressing the shoulder blades in, feeling the broadness of the sternum. Don't lose any of that openness. Sides of the neck are even. And then bring the leg back up. And bend the knee, take the strap off the foot, and extend the right leg back out to Supta Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back, arms out to the side. Re-centralize and re-neutralize. Line up the feet, the knees. And now keeping the right leg straight, bend the left knee, put the loop of the strap around the left foot, and find Supta Parangusthasana 1, sliding the hands down the strap so the arms are long. Notice how when your arms are straight above you, you get a much better stretch in the waist, much more sensation. Keep rolling the right thigh in, pressing the right heel down, and broadening the back of the left knee, the left thigh. Keep the sides of the neck even, the trapezius muscles moving down the back, and have presence everywhere so that you're feeling yourself everywhere. Now reaching the hands up the strap, see if your hands can hold the foot. Keeping the legs straight, the backs of the thighs broad, the backs of the knees broad, but drawing the leg towards you. Pound the left thigh bone into the hip socket, lift the trunk up, bring the forehead to the shin, press the back ribs in. Shoulders broad, away from the ears, lifting up. And then gently releasing, coming to lateral Supta Parangusthasana. Left hand holds the strap, put the excess strap underneath the upper back and pull it to the right. Now begin to draw your left leg towards you and to the left, towards you and to the left, trying to line the foot up as much as possible with the left shoulder. Straighten the legs. Press the right heel firmly to the floor. Now roll your left abdomen to your right, your left lung to your right, and find the outer edge of your left femur bone and squeeze it into the pose to open the left groin as you broaden the pubic bone, broadening the abdomen. Collarbones long. Now bringing the leg back up, coming to Parivrita Supta Parangusthasana, so changing hands on the strap. The right hand holds the strap. The left outer hip is moving towards the right foot as you bring that left leg towards you and across to the right. Towards you and across to the right. Then extend the left arm out to the side to help you to turn to twist away from that leg. And this time roll the right abdomen to the left. The right lung to the left. Keep your right leg extended, the right heel firm. Move the front shoulders back. Soften the neck, the throat, quieten the brain. And then bring the leg back up. And bend the knee. And move the strap off the foot and re-find Supta Tadasana. Roll the shoulders back. Extend the arms out to the side. Make sure the buttocks are moving towards the heels so the lumbar has length if it lost any. And keep the legs charged. Inner heels touching, feet flexed, toes spacious. Now bringing the arms above the head, cross the thumbs, and re-stretch the arms straight behind you onto the floor so the backs of the hands are on the floor. Now bending the knees. Exhale and push the feet up to the sky. Urdhva Prasarita Eka Padasana. Make sure the lower back is pressing into the floor, that the abdominal muscles are engaged. Now keeping the legs charged, diagonalize the legs, lowering them away from you, pushing through the balls of the feet. Keep the lower back pressing to the floor. And now lowering the legs further, keep pushing through the feet, squeezing the knees, sharpening the ankles, lower back pressing into the floor before lifting the legs back up to 90. Coming all the way back down, hovering above the floor, back up to 90. All the way back down to 30. Back up to 90, keep the lower back pressed on the floor, back down to 30. Back up, keep the legs charged, the ankles sharp, the shin bones firm. Back up, back down to 30. Back up, back down. Keep the abdominals engaged, relax the jaw, Legs firm, lifting back up and back down. Squeeze the knees straight again. Keep pushing through the balls of the feet. Back down, lifting up, back down to 30, and then bend the knees. Coming for a last cycle of abdominals. Go ahead and straighten the legs, push them up to the sky. Bend the knees now, diagonalize away from you. Keep the lower back pressing. Bend the knees and come to 30 again. Push through the balls of the feet, straighten the legs. Now bend the knees, come again through 60. Keep the lower back pressing on the floor. Bending the knees, straightening to 90. Inner feet lining up with each other. Bend the knees, diagonalize away from you again. Keep the lower back pressing to the floor. Bend the knees, and again to 30. Have that firmness. Bend the knees, diagonalize away from you. Press the lower back to the floor. Bend the knees, push back up to 90 degrees. Bending the knees, and finally placing the feet on the floor. Extending the arms out to the side. Relaxing the abdomen, relaxing the face, relaxing the shoulders. And now coming to one of our last poses, Jatara Parivartanasana, using a strap. So it's a passive Jatara Parivartanasana. So bending the knees towards you, take your strap and make the loop a little wider so that you can put the loop over the knees, right to the root of the thighs, and tighten up so your knees, your legs are being held together. Then stretch the arms out to the side so the hands are in line with the shoulders. Move your hips a little bit to the left so that you can better come down to the right. So bringing the knees down to the right and turning and twisting to the left. Stretch the left arm so it helps you to turn to twist. See how the strap will take the tension out of holding the legs symmetrical. They're being held that way. And in this way the abdomen can relax more. And with an exhalation, roll the right abdomen to the left. Roll the right lung to the left. And keep turning the head to look down the length of the left arm. And then bringing the legs back up. Move your hips to the right now, so that you can better turn and twist to the left in Jatara Parivartanasana. Turning the head to look down the length of the right arm, using the right arm to help you to turn and twist to the right. With an exhalation, roll your left abdomen to your right. Roll your left lung to your right. Feel the collarbones lengthen. Keep turning the head, softening the face as you stretch the arms. And then lift the knees back up. And exhale, release the feet to the floor. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. Before taking the strap off the legs, rolling over to the side, and coming up to prepare for our last pose, Vipariti Karani. So a little blanket for comfort and for a little bit of height, placed right up against the wall. Then you just want to come in on the side of your blanket, because when you lie down you want to lie as close to the wall as possible. And then lift the legs up the wall as you swing the trunk back to the floor. Lift the buttocks, move them towards the wall, get as close as you can, and then let the feet fall open, the knees fall open. Line up the sides of the neck, roll the shoulders back, and extend the arms either to the side, or you can bend the elbows and have them by the sides of the ears, the sides of the head. With an exhalation, release the entire body into the ground. And once again, let the legs relax. Let the thighs roll open. Let the inner knees roll to the outer knees. Let the inner ankles roll to the outer ankles. And the big toes rolling towards the little toes. Check that your head really feels that it's right in the center of the back of the skull. That the left shoulder and the right shoulder have the same broadness and length from the respective ears. Allow the hips to rest completely on the blanket on the floor. And let the abdomen be soft and rest on the spine. Soft, smooth breath. Pacifying, relaxing, melting into the earth. Each exhalation, more and more meltingness, more and more letting go. Feel the body becoming so heavy that it becomes light. Heavy and light. Soft, smooth inhalation and soft, quiet exhalation. Observing the sensations of the body releasing and relaxing and melting. Visualize the inner body, the organs, the flesh, feeling with each exhalation their liquidity, their ability to melt, to liquefy. Relax all of the muscles of the face and allow the outer eyes to flow to the temples. Observe all that softness, the subtle softness, the deepening softness, settling more and more into that awareness, resting as that, and then slowly, gently, without losing connection with that depth, with that core, just gently bend your legs and put the feet against the wall and wiggle yourselves backwards away from the wall. So now your buttocks are on the floor and you're going to bring your legs to Baddha, so your feet are on the blanket. Your knees are open to the side and you can support the outer groins with your arms, with your hands. Soft, smooth inhalation, soft, passive exhalation. Re-relax and resettle into that spaciousness, into that quietness, into that awareness. And now, bending the knees so they come up towards each other, roll over to the right-hand side of the body, lying there for a few breaths passively, observing the sensations changing as the positions move, but still resting in that awareness. Before gently using the hands to roll over and come to Balasana, child's pose. Forehead to the floor, arms by the side of the body. And with your forehead, salute the earth, and with your back, salute the sky. And feel awareness rising back to include this external world. Observe the quietness in the brain, the softness in the body, before gently rolling up lower back, middle back, upper back, moving the buttock bones back and out to the sides, and place the backs of the hands on the roots of the thighs. Roll the front shoulders back, keep the eyes closed. And with the inhale, find the length of the front spine. And with the exhale, find the muscular descent of the back spine. And then bringing the palms together in front of the chest. In this way, ending our practice together. Thanking the body, thanking the brain for their work. Before releasing the hands and gently opening